Hi everyone, this is May from My Own Pets, and in today's Procreate tutorial I will show you how to draw a cute duckling in Kawaii Style as the reference picture, step by step. You can download the color palette and the raw sketch for free in the video description. If you like my new video tutorial, please subscribe to this channel to support my art. So now let's grab our pencils and let's get started. Let's create a canvas with the dimensions of 3000 for 3000 pixels and DPI set in 300. Now for the sketch, you can choose any color, but I prefer red. We will choose our brush from the default Procreate sketching brushes. Let's start sketching. Remember that you have the raw sketch available in the description. We will start by drawing an ellipse for the head part. Remember that if you hold down the pencil while drawing without lifting it, a perfect shape will be created. We divide the ellipse in half, and in a separate layer, we create a new ellipse for the body. We will always work in separate layers in case something needs to be modified. For the duckling's beak, we start by making a rectangle, and we round all the corners, giving the shape I showed you in the video. Please note that it should be a smooth shape with no sharp edges. Now we draw a line for the separation of the beak, and let's create a circle that will represent the duckling's nose. Let's create a new layer. For the shape of the head, we will keep the white of the ellipse painted previously, and at the ends, we will draw the line inwards of the beak, as long as it is smooth. You can always use the liquify tool to correct the shape as you prefer. This is a very useful tool. And remember that you can always move the layers as needed. Let's create another layer. For the body, we will start creating small feather details, and then we darken the parts of the reference sketch. For the little flower hat, we start by drawing an ellipse as reference, and then we start by drawing the sepal as if were the nipple of a baby bottle. You can refine the curves as much as you prefer. For the flower stem, like this. Next, we will create a new layer for the petals. The initial shape will be very similar as an infinity symbol. Then, we will begin to trace each petal separately as we wish, always joining them at the center. You can draw as many petals as you wish. For more details, we can add the petal folds. This will create a 3D effect. It's looking great already. Now it's the eye's turn. As the duckling is sideways, we will only paint one eye. If you touch the screen with the other finger, a circle is created. In case this is not the shape you want, you can always modify it with the Edit Shape tool. Now we duplicate the layer, and then in the Transform tool, we can choose the Freeform option and make it bigger. Make sure to choose the Freeform. Now we choose the biggest circle and delete this part. Let's create a new shape that we create the effect of eyeliner on the eye. So now in the body layer, we will add some details for the tail and some feather. Awesome! We finished this sketch. Now we can unify all the layers by doing this gesture, like this. Now we will duplicate the layer to modify it with Liquify tool to improve the design. We make a small adjustment till we are happy with the result. We can make the design bigger on the canvas, like this. And then we can try to lower the opacity a little bit. So now let's begin with the Lineart part. Remember, you have all the color palettes in the video description. For the Lineart, we choose from the default inking brushes the Sketch Match pencil. And in the stabilization options, you can increase the parameters to make the brush softer while drawing. So let's get started. For the body colors, make sure to choose the first one, and we can start making the line arts. Remember to create each line art of different colors in different layers. This will be very useful. As I said before, we can always modify a little bit with the Liquify tool, and it's perfect. For working more organized, let's create a group and name it, in my case, Lineart. Now let's create a new layer. And then we can choose the darker red to create the hat Lineart, and so on. For the eye, now we repeat the same process as before, and a darker color. And that's it, the line art is done. Now my favorite part, coloring. For the coloring, we will duplicate the coloring group and make it as a single layer. So let's duplicate the layer for each color 4 times. I will show you next why this is important. We choose the 4 layers and then group them. Now the easiest part. We choose the dot color, in this case the light yellow, and we can drag the color to the illustration, and ta-da! Easy! So let's continue this step in the separate layers for each color. For the eye, let's create a new layer, and then we draw with white the background of the eye, like this. Now let's bring the design to life. Let's add the shadows and the highlights. We create a new layer on top of the base color and select the clipping mask option. With the darker colors, we can start adding the shadows where we think is necessary, like I'm doing right now. If the shadow color is too strong, you can lower the opacity in the ink later. Now we need to keep repeating this process for all the separate layers and all the different colors of the palette. I will show you a different technique to add the color easy. Let's pick the dark red and let's choose the select tool and the freehand option. And then tap the color fill option below. This means that each shade you draw now will be filled with the selected color. Highlights, let's create a new layer, and then let's select the add option in the blend option. Let's choose a white color and let's lower the opacity of the layer. Let's start drawing the highlights. Remember to do this step in each color layer. Repeat the same step. With one of the airbrushing default of the Procreate brushes, we choose the red color, and then we can create a gradient near the shaded areas. We can add other details, like for example a little blush in the Duckling's cheeks. And we can add some white lines to make it more cartoony effect. On top of the first Lineart layer, let's create and let's add more details in the eyes. For that, we will create a new layer with overlay option in the blending mode. And then, with white color, we create another ellipse. You can drag the white color into the circle, and this circle will be fulfilled. This effect will create the feeling of brightness in the eyes. We can add some other details like stars and little hearts to make it cuter. For the background, let's do it simple. Let's choose the light pink on the palette color. And now, with the darker pink, we can draw an ellipse at the bottom of the drawing. This will create the effect of shadow. Now we can add all we want, like little sparkles all around this cute duckling. And now our digital drawing of this cute duckling in Kawaii Style is ready. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more videos and tutorials like this. Thank you for watching and see you soon.